Hey free-to-play gang, welcome back to another video. So today let's take a look at Terminal Danger, which is also the Hilda's trial. Now, thanks to Agni and Freezy for brainstorming a little bit, we are able to come up with a very powerful team right here. And of course, this is not free to play, so to speak. But if let's say you do not have a Lien, you do not want to invest into a Lien, or you do not even want to summon for a Lien, you can always use Baroness in place of her, although you will not have the HP lead, right? If not, you can also use Ahmed. Ahmed is also pretty good over here. If you're using Baroness, you can use her on the Ocean set so that she can shoot up more often. So that's where Baroness comes in a little bit more clutch, especially for like the more free to play players or players without the spread of espers, right? But for the most part, if you do not have a Lien, I would highly recommend you to use an Ahmed instead, especially if your Ahmed is at R2. Now, the thing is, if you have a Champagne is definitely going to be much better than an Alice, and I have of course tested this as well, but I just want to make this showcase a little bit more free-to-play friendly, and we are still able to achieve like close to EX++, right? We are currently at 3.3 million, we are just 500,000 points away. So I think 90% of you guys are probably going to be able to achieve the EX++ very easily as long as you have a comp that is something like this, right? But of course, the R2 Embla is a bit of an abuse here, but the reason why she works is because the moment we kill all of these ads, they are going to immediately respawn, like instantly without even the enemy Lien taking a turn. So you notice that, okay, you know what, I'll just show you in just a little bit. But one thing is that you notice that we cannot target the enemy Lien here. We are actually targeting the ads aside from her. Now the reason for that is because there's a little bit of a change to how the enemy Lien's protective form works. So you can see that the Dream Bubble here, incapacitated, this is the same. However, she cannot be selected. So this is a small change to how she works right now. I mean, small change to how the boss works, right? It's not the same as our own Lien, because if you take a look at our own Lien here, this is what our Dream Bubble does. Incapacitated and immune to controls, that's it. But she can still be selected, right? So that's one big difference there. Now the thing is, we would therefore need to kill off all the ads in order to get rid of the bubble that she has. So if we get rid of this ad over here, boom, the bubble disappears without her taking a turn, and the ads instantly respawn. Now this is the reason why Embla is so strong, because we always have the character seed on any one enemy at any one time, right? Unless really shitty RNG happens, but for the most part, it's extremely easy for us to stack a lot of poison seed debuffs all over the place, because as soon as you kill off all the ads,
the corrupted seed
will go onto the boss minimally, which means we're going to attack the boss and then reapply onto like one other ad over here, right? So Embla is amazing, and of course Jiangman is probably the most free-to-play friendly as well here, because like I said, the ads are just going to keep respawning like so. Her debuff damage is actually going to be like, you know, very key over here. But of course Embla will be the MVP. Now one thing that should be stated is that if you're using an Embla comp, you're actually wasting your 5th Esper spot, which is your Hilda, because the thing is, for the most part, Hilda isn't really doing a lot for this team, because she doesn't multi-hit. She AoE attacks, yes, but she does not multi-hit on her AoE attacks. So she's not going to be able to help with your seed debuff stacking or anything like that, right? So she's not going to be that efficient, as opposed to like, I don't know, if you run a Lucas instead, you're going to be stacking a lot faster, right? Which is not going to be the case. So it's a little bit unfortunate, especially if you're using an Embla here. So if you do not have an Embla, you can definitely still make this. Oh my god, are we going to die? Oh my god, our Espers got clapped. Okay, this is unfortunate. So if you do not have an Embla, what else or who else should you use? I don't think Javid is that good, because his debuff doesn't apply as fast as Jiangman, right? But I think he's still possible, he's still an option. But you also notice that some of these Espers here, they are flow type, which means that Javid's second skill needs to crit in order for the debuff to land at a 50% proc chance. So he's not going to be that efficient over here. Quite unfortunate, right? Apart from Javid, I'm thinking maybe Camille, some kind of AoE DPS. You have Zora as well. Some kind of Esper who is able to upkeep a lot of AoE DPS. I think Tangshen is actually one of the better options here because of the typing, right? So Tangshen is also really good, especially having it at R6. Which I do. It's really super easy. There's not much of a catch here. You notice that all her skills, they're just like whatever, right? Because for the most part, she's just always going to be in a protective form state, and she's always just going to be in a bubble, and she's not going to do much. So it's all about dealing damage to the ads, getting rid of the ads, and just, you know, exploding all the debuffs, and that's it. That's all. And you also notice that we will gain score not just by hitting Lien, but also by hitting the ads. So it's easy for you to gain a lot of score if you multi-hit, or if you land a lot of AoE attacks, right? You deal a lot of AoE damage and your score is just gonna fly up like crazy. Okay, so this is one of the more scuffed runs. Our score wasn't that good, maybe due to, I don't know, at least RNG or something like that, but it's a lot easier for us to gain score with this team. Just need to run this many times, and I think that's about it, right? So anyway, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think about this current trial? I mean, I frankly think it's probably like the easiest trial that we have ever had in, like, I don't know, the past how many months, right? Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now that's it. This has been Derek Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.